Mr. Mick Conlan. Is this only the first time you'll be letting your hands go in Dublin as a professional?
There's loads of reasons, but you know, we're finally here. You know, albeit in the twilight of my career, we're here, and I'm very excited for it. It's going to be a great night. You know, I don't think we'll pick the best of times or locations for a press conference, but we're here and we'll get it done.
I just spoke to Grant about something you said to me when I come to see you train about the pressure being off and there not being much weight on the shoulders. Does this really not incite any fear? Because you wake up Saturday morning winner or loser. If you wake up loser, I mean, a big night that has slipped away, does that not incite fear into you anymore?
No, I'm not going to lose, that's the thing, but what will be will be. You know, everything we do is already written, so you know, I've put the work in, I've been honest in the work I've put in and the craft which I've dedicated myself to, which is boxing. So I'm happy with where I'm at, and you know, I'll make sure on Friday night it'll be a win. But listen, I'm not saying, sitting here saying I'm not going to be nervous. Of course I am. Of course there's a certain type of pressure, but to be honest, I don't feel it in the way I did when I was younger, and the way I did when I was in different kind of fights in different positions. So I'm just enjoying it at the minute. I'm really having fun, and I'm excited for this fight because this is the best I've felt getting into a fight in a long time. My training camp was fantastic, and teaming up with Grant and the guys at Steel City, it's been brilliant. It's kind of revitalised me, and you know, I'm in a really good place mentally and physically.
Yeah, two lads feeling good and at their best. This has got all the ingredients for a cracker. Jack, it's a big occasion for Mick, like I've mentioned many a time in the last 10 minutes, but it's a big occasion for you too, and that's not something to have taken away from you. How do you process what will be on Friday night in the build-up to a really big night for you and your career?
Yeah, it's definitely the biggest one of my career, as you've said, and it's one I'm really looking forward to. It's the opportunity I've been waiting for since I first laced the gloves as a pro, and now it's here. I just take it with both hands and perform the way I know I can.
What excites you the most about this? Is there one thing that you're like, that's kind of getting the blood pumping, being opposite him when the first bell goes to ring? What's the main thing right now that you're kind of buzzing to get towards?
To be honest, it's just the opportunity. Like I said, I've been waiting for these sort of opportunities all my life, and it's what I've been working for. So it's time to show everyone what I can do. You know, what better stage to do it on? You know, live on Channel 5, everyone can watch, and yeah, it's gonna be special.
Mick, back to you. What can we expect from that ring? Because you take those steps. How special will it be? I don't know what you can and can't say. What tricks?
No, it'll be very, very great for everybody who comes. You know, it's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere. Like all my fights are, the atmospheres are always amazing. Once Grace plays and the crowd starts singing, that gets me going. You know what I mean? That feeling is unbelievable. So I'm excited for that, but listen, I'm excited for the fight. I know Jack, I like Jack, you know, his family, they're very respectable people, so there's no bad blood there. I'm not going to try and build anything up, like we don't like each other, we're sound. We've shared the ring, we've sparred, so we know each other in a sense, albeit a long time ago, and I don't even really remember it, so I'm just looking forward to getting and performing it. You know, the excitement to get in there and seeing the crowd go crazy once I get the job done is where you can just sit back and go, yep, it was worth it.
What year was that spar, if I can ask?
I don't even know. It was like, I heard Jack saying recently, it was him and Jason Conlan, and it was a good load of years ago now. Like, it was for one of the fights I had against, I can't even remember.
About 5 years ago. So I was going to say about 5 years ago. Is there anything you remember, specifically Jack, perhaps with Mick being the name he was stepping in, trying to impress, or anything you can pick from what happened 5 years ago? I know a lot's gone on.
Yeah, no, not really, to be fair. Like, I never thought me and Mick would cross paths like we are now, and obviously me and Jason were down there for one one job, and that was to help Mick out. So there's not much I do remember because I wasn't thinking too deep, but I do remember it being a good spar. And like Mick says, we've got a lot of respect for each other, and once we're in the ring on the time, you know, we were there to do a job, and that's the win.
What impresses you the most about Mick?
He's had a brilliant career. I think he's done loads that I could say he's done brilliantly, but I'm not going to sit here and start reeling off things. You know what I mean?
You can reel off the things you don't like. Right after that.
Let's say that.
Mick, I'll ask you the same question, not that you want to sit there and try and blow smoke up Jack's backside. But what impresses you about Jack? What you see?
Listen, I've known Jack a long time. You know, from the amateurs, I remember him was way below me, I think, but he's a good technical boxer, good ability, tough, gritty man who can't dig deep when he needs to, and is always game fit. So, you know, I need to be on my A game to beat him. He's going to be on his A game. So, I believe I'll have the best Jack Bateson in front of me, and I've got to be the best me to beat him.
Conlan, what do you want to see from these two?
I'm very happy, first of all, that we got quiet press conferences this week, not like the Misfits Madness. That's the first thing I'm absolutely relieved about. I'm sure the security are as well. Of course, I'd like them to, throw chairs at each other now. That's what a promoter wants. But at the same time, this is what it's about. This is about the sport of boxing and two guys who, for the normal human. Looking in with superhumans, and I know we casually had a fight with each other sort of 5 years ago. I can't really remember it much. It's like speed dating. Look, they both are elite athletes, and we are privileged on Friday night to either have a seat, a gold dust seat in this wonderful city arena, the 3 Arena, or a space on our couch at home to watch them share their pain with us. That's the fight game, right? So, the fact that they're respectful now, that's good. I'm not going to go on selling it as, we're privileged to watch a bit of the pain that they're going to go through, because they go through their barriers, and it's not a marathon, nothing against marathon runners, where they're going to go up against this elusive wall. This is real pain, and we must never forget that. We must never forget what this sport brings and what it does, and our passion to watch it, and that's what Friday night's about. So, may the best man win.
Not that you wouldn't train Jack for the best Mick Conlan, but if you're being completely honest, is that Mick Conlan just along from you the best Mick Conlan, or is the best one in? Do you think?
I think as long as I prepare for the best Mick Conlan, we'll see on Friday night, because at the end of the day, I don't know what he's been doing in training, how he's feeling. On Friday, I guess we'll see.
Mick, is there an acceptance, again, not that I'm suggesting that you wouldn't train as hard as you can for Jack and overlook him, but is there an acceptance from your side that, look, he hasn't fought at a level that I have, that's just a fact?
No, from my side is that I have a man who's very hungry, and it's his big opportunity. Anybody that fights me is always their big opportunity, and whatever happens, they'll have big fights after. So I know that I have a very hungry man who wants to come and take my head off on Friday night. I want to take his head off. I respect him, but I want to take his head off on Friday night. No problem. You know what I mean? That's Carl said, that's boxing. But I've prepared as well as I prepare for any other fight. There's been no stone left unturned, no shortcuts to it. So it doesn't matter what level is fought at, I've prepared shamelessly for this.
Sorry, this is the madness of Mick Conlan, by the way. Yeah? This is a free-to-air fight. It's not a pay-per-view fight, right? Mick Conlan returning to Dublin would set out against pretty much anyone. But he's gone in for someone who himself has just said, he's prepared for an absolute war on Friday night. So, that, just an insight, just sitting there listening to that, because we really could have picked anyone. And, Jack's got absolute ambitions in the sport. It's not someone who's you know, sort of turning up to make up the numbers here, look pretty up here today. You know, he's here to do the job, and that's the madness of Mick Conlan, because you know, he's sort of sitting there, you know, homecoming, you know, Cinderella next to me, and it would still be sitting out, you know, and it wouldn't really make a difference in terms of where we're going. But he knows as well, at this chapter of his career, he needs this to know, can I get through this to go to the world title fights? Jack will be thinking exactly the same thing, by the way. Yeah? So that's when you know it's poetry boxing. That's when you know it's good. That's when you know it's not, you know, going to turn out for a payday, you know, 2-3 rounds. They've been prepared for the rounds, look at them. They're a bit more quiet today because they're making weight, you know. Simple as that. Mick's certainly a lot bloody louder normally, that's for sure, I can tell you that.
First for you, Jack, for the manner of some of Mick's defeats, do you think you can go in there and knock him out? Are you looking at it like?
Obviously, it'd be lovely to do so. I think one of the reasons that I may have been chosen tonight is because I think some people believe that I can't punch, but it's on me to obviously prove that I'm wrong. And listen, no matter how I win, as long as I win, which I'm prepared to go through anything to do, I'll be very, very happy. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and looking to make a statement performance.
And finally, Mick, to you, we've seen Jack hit the deck. There's been them hairy moments. Do you think you get him into them and you take him out of them and people go, yeah, that's Mick Conlan? Is that what happens on Friday night?
I can't. I know I can't. I believe I will, but I'm prepared for a hard 10 rounds. Simple as that. You know, I know I can't believe I will. I didn't choose Jack because of anything to do with punch per arm. Anybody who wears a pair of 8-inch gloves and gets hit with a pair of 8-inch gloves can't be hurt. So it doesn't matter who you are. It's nothing to do with records or anything like that. It's, you know, I've got someone who's hungry and wants to test me and wants to get to the top. And I need that. I need to be tested. I don't do it against someone I'm going to just win against because it's, I don't prepare in the right way. I'll probably do prepare the right way, but I'm just not a threat. It's too easy at times, and just can't probably keep my foot off the gas. Where this time, I've drove the car into a wall, basically, going that fast. You know, I've been pushing really, really hard in this camp, and I'm very, very excited for it.
You've heard the pair of them. They are locked in, zoned in. Friday night live and free on Channel 5. Mick Conlan versus Jack Bateson. This is high level boxing. We're going to go to head-to-heads now and get a couple of pictures.
Go on, Mick! Come on, Mick!